can stop the thunder. Oh no, I can stop the thunder. Oh no, I can stop the thunder. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop it. Couldn't stop the thunder. Couldn't stop it.
I was 13 with a pen's petition, government raised, became a man in the system, dying for our beliefs, with courage, with strength on it. Honorables were deceased, so the mind had outgrown it. Sniper. I heard the shot before he hit the ground. Get that homie out the street, these niggas spinning back around. Yes, but with discretion, my picture graphic. They ran over my brother, and in the incoming traffic, he was trying to talk to me over the gunfire. I couldn't help but catch his breath, cause of exit wounds. Locking in with pressure when I'm locking in with life. We was warned about the prison, and we still ain't get it right. Acting without thinking, and I'm thinking without reacting. Considered ourselves fortunate, dying for getting it brackin'. Accepted as your brother, then killing me should be hard. If we in harmony with we, then we in harmony with God. Win, lose, or draw, you showed up and you fought. Unifying our people, projecting the thought that our wounds won't heal if we ain't facing the facts. We supposed to spend the rest of our lives spinning the tracks. Jeez.
I didn't wanna believe it. My life flashed before my eyes. Since the storm was rolling in, I couldn't stop the thunder. Oh no, I couldn't stop the thunder. Oh no, I couldn't stop the thunder. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop it. Couldn't stop the thunder. Couldn't stop it.
I watch him in his dreams. I watch him every day. I followed him to get his prescriptions because I refused to go away. He does not look at me, pretending I'll just disappear. He hasn't slept for 6 days, terrified of Moloch, the transient, and the engineer. You see, Moloch fell in love with the Dreamerz and separated body parts of so many daydreamers. I believe he started to understand why people pay for their transgressions. As a child, you made a pact with me to be your guidance and personal weapon. I laugh from my distance. I interpret most living people. But one thing about Crybaby Proteus, he's extremely lethal. 2 doors to open. One is colored, the other is white. Confused by racism, when confronted by evil, he disappeared into the night. He's fatigued, but restless, calling and crying to his doctors, sobbing about the death of his brothers, and how he can see these monsters. Searing in his nightmare, he watches the terror until it burns off. With vibrations from bombs detonating by Zohar and Tamerlan Zernov. Tossing and turning while fighting an evil presence. Devastated by the friends he lost on September 11th. Buildings burning, people jumping, bodies hitting the ground. Disintegration of flesh and bones. Souls no longer to be found. Sworn secrecy, courage, and death to the traitor. 3 simplistic rules of Al-Qaeda. Nightmares of a bloodbath while sweating exhaust heat. Waking in and out of visions of invasions of Black Wall Street. What was done to black people in Tulsa was no mystery. It is the single worst incident of racial violence in American history. I've seen Marines that watered the Liberty Tree with the blood of tyrants, and his countrymen murdered him and paid his family with complete silence. Manifestos were written by demons that committed mass shootings and bombings, like Anders Breivik, Robert Bowers, Peyton Gendron, and Patrick Crusius. Heroes with one thing in common. Generations of families that indulge in enslavement are now terrified of being erased in the theory of a great replacement. He sees the people who have passed on in his dreams. Mouths and eyes wide open, but hear nothing. A demonist's control of silent screams. Running in his nightmares like a coward trying to avoid. Anxiety, panic, and fear persist for prolonged periods of time. As a young boy, believing in his mind that evil people are controlled by demons, his medications becomes substance misuse, sleep deprivation, and extreme hate for all the right reasons. To Proteus, anything evil is the opposite or absence of our good. This is the reason for hunting and destroying the evils wherever it stood. Make no mistake about it. The hate is real. Like the abduction and torture and lynching of a young African, Emmett Till. From violence, danger, and evil, he forcibly recovers his rescues by painting compelling pictures of demonists to his brothers and nephews. He's extremely truthful as he details how to see the monsters and the perpetrators that make deceitful pretenses, or we call the imposters. New York City streets and subway systems are his proof. From Central Park North, 110th Street stations, back to the South Bronx, the killings are extremely loose.
Amir. Amir, 623.
Good morning, Amir. Your access is granted.
This is Mr. Harvey Luminoff. And this is Tom Sazak, one of New York's most successful realtors. According to the Department of Housing Preservation and Development, the property fell into disrepair.
Wow. Mr. Luminoff stopped making his mortgage payments? D'Angelo Martin and Samuel Little lured women to one of his properties in Detroit.
Exactly.
Our initial report from Uncle Proteus told us whole Tom Sazak would lure the families looking to purchase into the house, and Mr. Luminoff would perform assassinations on all the family members.
That's correct. And we found that each family had a missing member after Mr. Luminoff's attacks. Their snake-like homicides are a sick mirage for kidnappings.
Let's move on our location and take them out, and we might be able to locate those missing family members.
Or there's a very serious problem down there waiting to snatch us too. These things are too clever to neutralize so easily. This is most definitely a trap. Let's spring it.
Well, this is what we signed up for. Let's hit it. By the way, have you heard from Zenobia?
No. Proteus asked me the same thing. I left her a message day before yesterday. She never responded. Keep moving north, 20 meters from our position.
On it. Stay frosty. I'm picking up multiple tracks in this vicinity in all directions.
Affirmative. My digital signals are detecting the same.
Amir, smell that? The order indicates the presence of a supernatural inhabitant in this sector and is covering a 40-mile radius.
Just stay sharp and keep pushing forward.
Side door. Make an entry. Watch your step.
My safety regulator is picking up hard and soft particles in the air. But the most lethal is the liquid. Contamination levels are unknown. Switching to disease control.
Switching to N95 respirator. I'm picking up levels, but it's not strong enough to contaminate us. But we can prevent any transmission of microorganisms using personal protective equipment.
The further down we go, the darker it gets.
Tell me about it. Visibility is damn near zero.
If we don't do it, who will? Keep it frosty, bro. And let's neutralize these targets.
Affirmative. Door. It's open.
Light.
I'm down here.
No good.
You hear that? It's below us.
I'm here.
That sounds like Zenobia.
I'm here.
That is Zenobia.
Zenobia!
I'm
We
here.
can hear you. We're coming.
I'm down here.
Tracking voice signal. Lock and load. Moving down another flight. Switching to fleet tracking system.
I'm here. I'm down here.
Zenobia, it's Abdullah. Move back from the door, I'm gonna breach it. Breaching.
2 of them. And then they have other people. I'm going to track them.
Remember, Harvey Luminoff and Tom Sazak didn't just become squatters. They were down there eating people.
That's why we take no prisoners. We clean everything down here.
I can't keep a solid trace. They're moving too fast.
Target in sight.
We've been down here for quite a while now. I knew it would not take long for you to feel our presence. Congratulations, Daydreamers. You found us. Now it is your turn.
It's over now, Bilal. Or Harvey. Tell us what you did with the family members you kidnapped.
Yeah. Then step out so we can disconnect you. And bring that Tommy Sazak with you.
You mean Hades? He's extremely sick at the moment. Our struggle for supremacy is eternal. We will kill and die for Dreamerz to dominate. Whose balance is superior?
Keep your eyes open, Abdullah. This thing is slippery.
Dreamer's light or eternal darkness. And by the way, and as for your lost family members, they were blessings to digest and strengthen our souls. You've come to the right place.
Door! Breaching! Press the line! Contain! Clear! Moving! Copy that, moving! Clear!
are without your precious Bible.
Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows.
Shut up!
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Silence your mouth!
And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Dreams are a gateway to the mind. Now you will see how nightmares play their part in reality. Most people died down here, while the daydreamers did nothing. Hear me? Who cares if you're praise to God? Nobody. We are demonists. I am the power of darkness that kills your glory. I am Father in the land of the deceased. There is no place for the living down here.
All the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord.
Compassion and tenderness is for the weak. You beg your Lord for nothing, little girl. I'm going to snap your little neck like a twig daydreamer.
All the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
I'm going to drink your blood and eat the flesh off your bones. Many daydreamers I have eaten, many more shall be killed, and all the power you humans possess will be mine. It's been so long, I almost forgot what flesh tastes like. Never again will I lurk in the shadows and hide from daydreamers. You die down here. Your prayers mean nothing to me. I'm not some creature prowling the night, stalking daydreamers. I find you and I destroy you. I am Baral.
Shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
This for the families you lured down here and they were never heard from again.
Blow his head off, Abdullah. Eat nitrogen. Burn the body.
Poisonous gas! Let's go!
I grew up in a dysfunctional household that functioned. For the limited time I was there, it was damaging and emotionally scarring. Despite how ugly some people could be, I loved my mother and I loved my father. Until the night I heard those women fighting my mother. I heard booms, slams, and crashes, and my mom yelling. But I was so young I couldn't reach the doorknob to help her.
Lord, dear Lord, I pray you keep watching over me and be my shepherd and protect me from the wolves of the world, or allow me to defeat them, Lord. Amen.
My father watched as those women took turns on my mother, punching, stomping, and kicking her. I watched in horror through a keyhole. I ended up liquidating all three of them with nitrogen pellets and a powerful slingshot. But before I obtained the skills and the know-how stacked with courage, I made a pact with a young boy my age named Mazdeen. Mazdeen showed me the art in destroying these people that my father would bring home. Not only did I destroy them, I destroyed him as well. Mazdeen mixed the nitrogen in the pellets and told me how to use the slingshot, striking each one of them in the head. He granted me the ability to see these people for what their true identities were. Dreamerz. Mazdeen told me he would never want anything in return from me, as all he wanted was me to have the ability to see demons and teach others the same. Proteus.
Come here, little boy. Have a drink.
I grew up knowing segregation and confused to the evil and racism, and not knowing why it even existed. For our magnitude to do the right thing, the urges to commit what is evil has tormented our history as humans since the beginning of time. If we practice faith and reside in a society under divine control, how does evil even exist at all? How and why does evil thoughts turn into treacherous actions when it invades our lives, our desires, our impulses with no remorse or emotions? What makes people evil? I am a daydreamer, and I have the ability to see the supernatural and communicate with it. My mind is wired completely different from others, so I teach my nephews and their friends that it takes courage to be different. It takes courage to enlighten the mediocre, and bravery to see beyond the perpetrators, and see the demons, and destroy them. We are the daydreamers. While fighting someone else's demons, it triggered my own. To the point they started asking me, what the fuck am I doing? Why does someone else's evil crimes become my problem, my fears, my worries? I respond to my demons because I can see you. I can see you and not the body of the person or persons you controlled. I can see the crimes committed over and over again. It torments even the bravest of daydreamers. When I decapitated the head of Niccolo Paganini, I thought I destroyed Mephistopheles. I was wrong. When Amir and Abdullah carried out the beheading of Giuseppe Tortini, we thought we destroyed the demonist, Leviathan. Once again we were wrong, so we continue to fight and alleviate the planet of demonists, and wherever they walk, for we are daydreamers. My father fell in love with a demon, and in its return was the destruction of his black family. Special education and Job Corps training schools prescribed me Thorazine every day for 2 years in Glenmont, New York. It made me sit still, and my behavioral problems stopped. I wasn't capable of learning anything, but I wasn't disruptive or misbehaving in the classroom or on the campus. My Job Corps teachers were like prison guards, monitoring my behavior. Forget about me being smart or gifted. Just sit your ass down was what the drugs made me do. Thorazine was given to me just as they gave other students Ritalin, Adderall, Concerta. Knowing these drugs were some of the hardest drugs in the world, causing depression, suicidal thoughts, accelerated deterioration of your mind and body. And the United States government approved these drugs for hospitals and institutions to prescribe them. Well, then I started using recreational drugs. Marijuana to be specific. Knowing what it did to my central nervous system, I still smoked it periodically, and it snatched the revolution right out of me. I was cool with being poor, oppressed, and lazy as a motherfucker, until I realized Proteus.
I will be the first to eliminate him. Tried to seduce you with her sexual desire, and you placed a bullet in her head. Leviathan, the better half of Lord Moloch, offered you her assistance in the removal of your father, and you sprayed her with nitrogen bullets. You will die today for Leviathan and Asmodeus. Find him, kill him. This fucking place down. I can feel his presence. He's here. Go. Find him. shall God immensely suffering. Where is he? He has taken a leave of absence while his precious children suffer. I can feel his presence. Find him. You will respect the existence of evil, Proteus. Kill him now.
very people you love will become blind to the truth. So I share my curse with my nephew for divine strength and dedication from the youth. I freed you from your miserable existence. Faith is my inner voice that reminds me to fight back. As a result, I challenge the demons of religion and those who will destroy me because my skin is black. The atrocities that people commit against other people, the pain in regaining or saving a loved one lost, I sacrifice for the retreat. As the United States murder rate continues to climb, Americans dying of homicide reaches its highest levels, I've been reading the signs. People of every culture experience the urge to kill. Despite the risk of retaliation or the thirst for vengeance, the demon is real. Murder has been a persistent problem throughout our human history. So for we to say evil is not among us is extreme contradictory. I was oblivious, arrogant while ignorant, like the sheep to their slaughter. As I journey into darkness, daydreamers swim through contaminated waters. I watch from the shallows of New York City, as the daydreamers requested, but I have already begun the journey into oblivion, where beyond human endurance, I will be tested. Victory is the objective of every warrior in this world. But those who see like daydreamers see, the rotation, the twisting, and the evils of the swirl. Some consider this the balance between the day and the night. Engulfed in this nightmare, please tell me everything's gonna be alright. Demons hunt Proteus. They follow me from afar. Because I am the god that drives out the evil. From my world, you're disbarred. To get away or stop the pain, I become desperate to find what I seek. But I can see no further than the evil in front of me and all of its mystique. Proteus.
I deserve. The smell of death is in the air, and nothing will stop me. Nothing will stand in my way. Now you will learn, daydreamer. The stench of humans I will leave as a foul memory, a paradise of false heroes that mistake me for poltergeist. Fly to your glory, protest. Now you will be long forgotten by man, and this kingdom will burn to the ground. I've chopped and dismembered so many daydreamers for your intolerant ideologies. Your ideals are obsolete for demonists. Good afternoon, Proteus. I am Moloch, and now my final battle has come. It all ends now.
My apologies. The Daydreamers cannot answer your call at the moment. Please try calling us back at your earliest convenience. We appreciate your call.
Yo, Unc, pick up. It's me.
He can't be asleep at this time of day.
Yeah, but he can be daydreaming. Yo, Unc, pick up the phone, man. It's Abdullah.
Hang it up and let's ride. He's gotta be there.
We're on our way over there.